Good morning. Is this Sheriff Chronister?
Good morning, MJ.
Good morning, Sheriff Chad Chronister, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. All right, what is the state of Hillsborough County right now?
I got to tell you what, I'm happy. A lot of people have heeded the warning. I've seen the long lines at grocery stores, convenience stores, gas stations. The hotels here in Hillsborough County are sold out. People heeded the warning and got out. I'm a happy guy. We're getting to the point now that we're in our 11th hour. If you're going to go somewhere, the time to go is now. Wherever you're at, we're getting real close here after lunch sometime to wherever you're at. It's time to shelter in place.
Yeah, the timing, we're looking for tropical storm force winds at 2, 3, 4 o'clock today, 8 o'clock tonight, 7, 8 o'clock. You're looking at 58 to 73 potentially. Midnight through 7 a.m. is going to be the worst of it. The storm has gotten a little bit later, and the maximum impacts are expected around 2 to 3 o'clock this morning. But, Sheriff, the concern is, where is this thing actually going to roll? For Hillsborough and Pinellas, if it does stay south in Manatee County, it does reduce the storm surge risk for Tampa Bay and the Pinellas beaches. But at this point, everybody, Sheriff, should really consider everything still on the table because we've seen these storms wobble at the last minute.
You're exactly right, and wobble's the key word. It goes a couple miles north, a couple miles south. It affects storm surge, but we're going to get these winds, and we're going to get some serious winds. What I'm most concerned with is the water. We're going to get a lot of flooding. We're going to get flash flooding. They're calling for a foot of rain. Yeah. Even if we're on the north side is where most of this rain is being contained, that we don't have room for that rain, right? You live in South Tampa where I do.
Yep.
We don't have room at Dana Shores and south end of the county. We don't have room for this rain. Our drainage system, our sewage systems are at capacity, and now we're getting a foot of rain. Again, I know some trees will fall. People will be without power, and that's an inconvenience and uncomfortable. I get that. But I'm talking about survivability. That's what I'm worried about with the flash flooding.
We had Greg D on from ABC Action News a little while ago. Dennis Phillips will join us live right around 8:30, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by for that. But Greg D just a little while ago was talking about some modeling that for Pinellas, Pasco, and even potentially Hillsborough, some of the models, Sheriff, for rain are now going as high as 16 to 20 inches.
Yeah, you don't survive that. You take a snowplow and go out in the water and just push that 18 feet of water on shore. How do you survive that?
Right. Oh, not
surge.
not surge. Not
surge.
Rainfall. Some of the models. Yes.
18 inches.
Yeah.
A foot and a half.
Yeah. Some of the models are showing 16 to 20 inches of rainfall. But again, the surge, Sheriff, is the scariest thing for me. And I'm on Tampa Bay and South Tampa, as you know, and even though the track was shooting south, which would minimize the surge, I'm still planning for a 12-foot surge in Tampa Bay.
I agree, and thank goodness my heart dropped when you say that because I'm like, did something switch about the storm surge?
Yeah.
But you're exactly right. If it's 5 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches, 18 inches of rain, MJ, where's that water going?
Yeah, all the ponds are full.
It has nowhere to go.
The ponds are full. The
retention ponds, absolutely.
They're all already at max capacity.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, some of the models are showing Pinellas, Pasco, and even possibly Hillsborough. Hillsborough, they're saying maybe 12 inches of rain, as the sheriff just said. But now some of the models are showing 16 inches to 20 inches of rain, particularly Pinellas, northern Pinellas, and Pasco. But then again, the surge is the wild card. And I just want everyone to know, no one's out of the woods here. We have to prepare that this is going to directly impact any of us. We saw, Sheriff, listen, Charlie was headed right our way. In 2004, right. Charlie was coming, and you were on the streets back then. 2004, you were a deputy, right?
Yes.
So, back in the day, Charlie was headed right toward Tampa Bay again, and then with 6 hours to go, made a turn into Charlotte Harbor, into Punta Gorda. And that's why you can't look at this modeling and say, oh, we're in the clear. Even if it does stay on the track and hit around the Sarasota airport in southern Manatee, even if it does, as the crow flies, it is too close for comfort for me for the mouth of Tampa Bay, Sheriff.
I agree. Listen, we're going to feel some type of catastrophic effects. It just, with this wobble, we don't know what they're going to be, right? And that's the unknown, and that's why you have to prepare for the worst and pray for the best. And that's the worst part here. It's still too much uncertainty, and that's why they call it the cone of uncertainty. So we have to be prepared. All
right, quickly, I know you got to roll. For the most part, have people in Hillsborough County been behaved?
They have. I checked this morning. Our jail population's way down. The arrests are way down. So far, way down. I remember the last storm where people thought it was, I guess, a in vogue thing to do to have hurricane parties and then drive home. So Can you imagine we're doing impaired driving investigations on top of everything else that we had to do? One was even a serious accident. I mean, listen, I get it. You have to make the best of the situation, but please be responsible. Be a good human being. Be a good partner.
Sheriff Chad Chronister, Hillsborough County Sheriff. Sheriff, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Did you like the video? Want more? Go ahead and click all this like, share, subscribe.